Hello again everybody, and I don't know how this one's going to turn out, but this will only be the second video I've ever made using a mirror, so let's see if it works. I just thought I'd like to make this video because we hit a bit of a landmark, or I did, somewhere between last night and this morning. And I notice I've got just over 6 million views on my YouTube channel now. So I wanted to celebrate that a little bit. That's amazing. And if I move over a little, perhaps. Anyway, never mind. We'll get to my point. Yeah, having hit just over 6 million views since I started, I thought I'd reflect on a couple of things and explain one or two points about it as well. And basically, I started making the videos. Obviously I got curious about YouTube and tried putting a couple of videos on, and in the early days I really only put them on there well, basically as a bit of a sort of hobby and out of my own interest, really, just to sort of get some footage of some of the bikes that I've got, thinking that should I be lucky to ever reach old age and perhaps not be as agile and able-bodied as I am now, I could at least sort of look at my videos to get a ride on some bikes when perhaps I can no longer actually do it. Although, I mean, hopefully perhaps that day might never come, and perhaps it'll be a long way off if it does. But that's sort of really why I started doing it, and just curiosity and mucking about, really. One of my very early videos was a very wobbly one on my little Triumph Tiger Cub, where I actually had this camera screwed onto the end of the mirror stalk on the handlebars, and as you can imagine, it was quite wobbly and surreal. But I soon worked out a fairly satisfactory way of doing the job, and I made a video explaining that actually. But basically, I've got this bit of inner tube here, slice of motorbike inner tube, which I can wrap around the camera, and I made these little gubbins up here which I can use hooking the ends of a bungee band, which I wear around my abdomen. So we're sort of like this, but imagine the camera being there. So that's what we've got, and that's how I hold onto this camera when I'm riding. So that's all we got. So and it's a Fuji XP camera, this one. But prior to that, some might notice that I've got some videos that are 45 seconds long or less. I used to use this Olympus handheld, but it had a very, very unhealthy appetite for batteries, and it used to devour them at an astonishing rate. Even rechargeable ones, you get a few pictures and a video, and then you'd have to chuck the batteries back into the charger and start again. So I was quite glad when I could move on to this one, which was actually a nice present from my parents years ago. I think it was 2015, I think I started making videos with this one. And it'll do up to 29 minutes in one go on its own sort of merits and settings. Batteries, usually in good condition, will do about 40 or 45 minutes, but what I tend to do is aim for just short of 29 minutes at a time. My computer used to have a feature that made editing or joining videos together quite easy, and do it quite quickly, but Microsoft changed all that. So more recently I've been doing individual shorter videos and putting them into playlists, which hopefully perhaps anyone who's interested can find the other videos relevant to the story in particular. The only other thing that I can say really about it all is that everybody seems to, well, not everybody, but nearly everybody seems to have been very positive and receptive to my videos. You get the odd niggle and complaint and whatever. Some people whinge about the sound quality and things like that. There's not a lot I can do about that, to be honest. And sometimes it sounds like there's a bit of a bang or a backfire from a bike or something, and I think that is just down to the camera's way of joining the sound to the picture, basically. It goes out of sync a little bit just for a split second, and you get this bang sort of sound. I've got no control over that. Also, while I'm on the bike, I can't really sort of see what the camera's seeing, so I try and sort of aim the camera at an angle and height where I think it's going to pick things up quite well. Sometimes on bikes that have got clip-on handlebars and things like that, I have to actually make myself a fake belly. I've got a bit of a belly anyway, I know that, but I have to sort of exaggerate that by stuffing things down my jacket to help angle the camera upwards. There have been one or two videos I made early on in my early days where we might just be looking at the top of a fuel tank. There was one where we got some nice reflections of trees and things and the sky all the way home. But it's been interesting and it's largely been fun for me, and well, hopefully out of some of those 6 million viewers, perhaps the majority might have enjoyed what they saw. If not, I'm very sorry. I haven't got a massive production team behind me. Channel 4 don't go following me around, and I'm not going to sort of start wearing hats at jaunty angles and having heavy metal bands with no singers in the corner of my workshop. What you see is what you get, and as it happens, and if something takes 20 kicks to start it, of course you'll see that as well. So sometimes some of my videos can be a bit frustrating, but I like to tell it as it is, and I intend to carry on doing so. And to all my viewers and subscribers, I'd just like to say thank you for getting me to 6 million. It's a drop in the ocean compared to what some people get, but I'm happy with it. It shows that I wasn't setting out to do this intentionally. It was just a bit of fun and curiosity on my part, and then I realised actually that some of the work I was doing, it was an easy way for me to email links of videos to customers. For instance, I had one in Scotland once early on. I worked on a 1929 AJS 500 for him, and that features among my earlier videos. I thought, well, he's a long way away from me. I'm in South Wales, he's in Scotland. He can't be coming round every 5 minutes to see if he's happy with what I'm doing, so I could send him videos, and I filmed the ride on that bike, and I think that was one of the first, or one of the early ones I did for the sake of keeping a customer up to date. And then I started noticing, oh, there's views, there's comments, and slowly the whole thing sort of picked up and built up to where it's at now. And well, thanks everybody for watching, commenting, good or bad, and I'm hoping that long may it continue. But yeah, for those who aren't quite happy with my sound quality or video quality, whatever, this is all I've got. I've had 9 years out of it, and I've got to say it's a very good piece of kit. It's getting the lens is getting a bit of a cataract slowly. I can't take sunset pictures quite as well as I used to, and it doesn't really get very good pictures of the moon either, but so far it seems to be doing all right on the road and in the workshop. So I'll carry on like this, and here's to the next 6 million. Thank you everybody.